this next video is about cleanup. There are little lists posted around the classroom that give you 15 steps for cleanup. It does take relatively around 15 minutes to clean up. So always make sure you clean up 15 minutes prior to the end of class. The first thing you're going to want to do is, if your wheel is off, turn it on and scrape the extra clay off of your bat. Then use the sponge to spin it again. Wipe the slip off of the side of the wheel head, like so. Then wipe off your hands, because you're going to want some decently clean hands to help clean up the rest. Once my hands have been wiped down, the next step is to turn off the wheel. Notice that I kind of wipe off any extra clay on there. And then I'm going to start wiping. Oh, no, that's not right. I need to first put this in a bag. So all of this extra clay needs to go into a bag. So grab a bag, put it in there. Next class, what you're going to do is you're going to wedge this into a new ball and use it again. So we don't throw away any of this clay. We don't put it even into the recycle. We use it. I like to use my rib to get any pieces off of this little bat that sticks and add it, and then we'll take care of that by putting it into a bag. Got a bag over here. I'll put it in after the video. Then we take all of our tools and you start cleaning them. If you got a lot of clay on the cutters, make sure to wipe those down before returning them. The clay I'm using is stoneware clay. I don't want stoneware to mix with earthenware. And most of the kids that are going to be on these wheels are going to be using earthenware clay. Same thing. If I'm using earthenware, a student that's using stoneware is not going to be happy to have to clean up your wheel before they can start using it. So clean up well. It helps all of us out if we work together on this. Using the water in this bucket here, I'm going to start cleaning all of the tools. You'll notice I wipe them down using the sponge, the same sponge I was throwing with. Do not keep any of your tools in your bucket. That is how we end up with bloody hands. Do not keep them in the bucket ever. Now, I do not wipe down the plaster bats unless you're using stoneware. Then I do want you to wipe it down. All right. Plaster bats can go in as they are. Maybe eventually I will have some plaster bats that are just for stoneware. But here I'm just using my sponge and I'm lightly using a light amount of water, not a lot of water. I'm wiping them down, and that'll get most of the stoneware off, and it'll keep it from being too soggy too for the next person. So all of my tools have been scraped or cleaned with the sponge. I'm going to set all of this aside for now, and I'm going to work on the next part, which is with the wheel turned off. I'm going to wipe off first my wheel head, and then I'm going to kind of move everything. I'm going to push down these little tabs on the side, and that's going to separate the two. It can be a little tricky. The Shimpos have like clips that you have to pull up, little white clips you pull up, and then the two come apart. Be careful, because if you turn this the wrong way, you're going to get clay all over your feet. So instead, you want to make sure that you're always holding the bin in such a way where it makes a smile, right? Smile. Then you're going to take your sponge with lots of water in it. You're going to wipe all of the clay to one side of the splash bin. A lot of times before I'll disconnect them, I'll even like clean all of the clay down it all to one side. Then push it into the water bucket. Do that to both sides. Always make sure that you hold it so that it's a smile, not a frown. Then you'll be frowning. So this one too, smile. All the clay to one side. And this little bit here. And then dump it into your bucket. We're actually going to leave the clay in the bucket, and then what will happen is the clay will settle at the bottom, and then at the top will be water. We'll pour off the water, and then we'll take the slip that's settled at the bottom and we'll pour that into a bucket. So I'm just going to set this aside. I'm going to take all of these to the sink. I'm going to wash all of them, and then I'm going to use a sponge to wipe down this entire tray here, maybe even hit this one more time. All of my tools, all of this sponge here is going to be rinsed and put right back into the wheel throwing cabinet. We leave nothing by the sink. Nothing needs to dry before it goes in the wheel cabinet. And once everything's back together, we're going to stack everything onto the top of our wheel, including the pedal, and we'll use a sponge and mop up what's along the bottom, what's on the floor here. And that way everything stays nice and clean and dust free, and the next person who wants to use this wheel doesn't have to deal with the first person's mess. Alright, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing your clean wheels at the end